I got in the wrong Uber. I wish I never did. This happened just last year. I was leaving a friend's apartment around midnight. It was a quiet Tuesday night, and I was a little buzzed, too tired to walk, so I called an Uber. That decision still haunts me. The app said the car was 5 minutes away, a black Toyota Camry. I waited near the curb, watching headlights pass. Then a black car pulled up. No Uber sticker, but same make, same color. The driver rolled down his window. "You James?" he asked, voice low, almost robotic. I nodded. He didn't check the app, didn't greet me like normal Uber drivers do, no music, no small talk. But I figured maybe he was just having a bad night. We pulled away from the curb, and that's when I noticed, the dashboard screen was cracked, spiderwebbed, and there was duct tape across the glove box. I remember thinking something's off, but I stayed quiet. I opened my phone, just to check the route. But I froze. There was no ride in progress. My Uber hadn't even arrived yet. My chest tightened. I looked at the driver. He hadn't said a word since we started. I asked, "Hey man, are you sure you're my Uber?" He smiled, just a thin, dry smile, and said, "Too late to go back now." I reached for the door handle. Locked. I tried again. Nothing. The child lock was on. The windows didn't respond either. I started to panic. My voice cracked, "Let me out, now." He didn't answer. He just took a sudden left turn, off the main road, down an unlit service lane I'd never seen before. We drove deep into the woods. The road turned to gravel. Trees closed in. Then the car stopped. Ahead was a rusted gate, half open, leading to what looked like an abandoned warehouse. The man shut off the engine. I could hear my own heartbeat in the silence. Then, he whispered, almost to himself. "This is where they brought me. This is where I was reborn." He looked at me, dead in the eyes. "And now, it's your turn." I lunged forward, tried to unlock the door manually, but he grabbed my arm, cold, strong grip like steel. I bit his hand, hard. He let out a groan, not human, like a low growl. That's when I saw it. His eyes, one was glassy and pale, like it didn't belong to him. Half his face looked stitched together, like someone had put him back together wrong. I kicked the door with everything I had. Glass cracked, not enough. Then, from the distance, headlights. Another car. I screamed and waved. The approaching driver honked, the man panicked. That second of confusion was enough. I slammed my shoulder into the door again and tumbled out onto the gravel. The car sped off into the trees, gone. The real Uber driver showed up 10 minutes later, confused. I reported everything to the police. They said the description matched a man who went missing 3 years ago. But get this, he was buried in that same area. Body never found. Only his car. Still turns up sometimes. So next time you order an Uber, check the plate. The passenger in my backseat disappeared at the red light. If you drive for rideshare apps long enough, you're bound to see some weird stuff. But one night last October, something happened during my shift that I haven't talked about, until now. Because even I still can't explain what I saw. It was around 2:15 a.m. I had just dropped off a group of drunk college kids, and I was about to head home when a new ride came in, just one passenger, pickup location near an old, quiet neighborhood. When I pulled up, a woman was already standing at the curb, wearing a long gray hoodie. She didn't say much, just got in the back and whispered her destination. I caught her in the mirror. Her face was pale, not sick, just washed out. I tried to make small talk, but she didn't respond. Just stared out the window. A few minutes in, I realized something odd. The route she asked for was toward the industrial part of town. No homes, just empty buildings and shipping lots. I asked her again. You sure this is the address? No answer. She was just looking straight ahead, her lips barely moving, like she was mouthing something. I started getting uneasy. I glanced back again, and this time, she was looking straight at me through the mirror. Not blinking. Not smiling. Just, watching. We hit a red light at a four-way stop. No cars around. It was dead silent except for the ticking of my blinker. I turned to ask if she needed to change the address. But the back seat was empty. The door never opened. No sound. Just, gone. I pulled over. Checked the street. Nothing. I even looked under the seats. Nothing. I was frozen in place. I knew she had been there. I heard her speak. I saw her reflection. But there was no sign she'd ever existed. I checked the ride history. The location was still loaded. I don't know what made me keep driving, but I did. When I arrived, I saw an old fire-damaged house, boarded up, the kind you'd swear was condemned years ago. I stepped out, shining my phone's flashlight around. Faint letters on the mailbox, burnt at the edges. N. Keller. I remembered the name. A woman, Natalie Keller, had died in a fire here 4 years ago. Some say she had called 911 but no one came in time. I don't know what I picked up that night. Or if I really did at all. But sometimes, on late-night drives, when I pass a red light alone, I check the mirror. Just to make sure I'm still alone.